Hi, my name is Gabe Evans, and this is Jazz Moments. When comping, in the context of a group where you have some horn player or vocalist playing the melody and a bass player, you'll see a lot of jazz pianists are playing their voicings with two hands. Here's a very easy way to start forming those two-handed voicings for that situation. You want to start by playing guide tone voicings in your left hand. I've talked about that in another video, but just to review, guide tones are the thirds and sevenths. You want to play these guide tones with good voice leading, so without jumping around. So for example, a song like Autumn Leaves will look something like this. Here's my C minor, here's my 7-3, I invert, going through the chords. It almost looks a little bit like an inchworm. It kind of closed, opens up, it closes, it opens up. What do I do with my right hand? Well, I play a couple color tones of the chord, some of the extensions. So to keep it very simple, just to start, I'm going to play ninths and fifths in my right hand. So my C minor chord looks like this. Here's my fifth and here's my ninth. Here's my C minor 9. When I go to the F chord, my 9 is going to drop a whole step. And now I have my 9 and my 5. Here's my F7. And now my 9 is going to drop a whole step as I go to my B flat chord. And each time my 9th is dropping and the other note is staying the same, which is then becoming, the 5th is becoming the 9th. Now, here's my A half diminished chord. In other words, a minor chord with a flat 5. You could play your 9th and your flat 5. Sounds like this with the root. If you find that to be a little bit too modern or aggressive or dissonant for you, you could also play the root of the chord in this case. So there's my A chord with the root. And now the next chord, the D chord, is actually the 5 of a minor 1. So it needs a flat 9th. So here's my D7 with the flat 9. Here's my 3, 7, flat 9, 5th, and now the flat 9 drops to become the 5th of the G minor chord. So all together we have this. And that's a great place to start for your two-handed comping. One of the defining characteristics of jazz harmony is how jazz musicians treat dominant chords. When dominant chord is functioning as the 5 of a 1, you can alter the extensions. In other words, you could use a flat 9, a sharp 9, a sharp 11th, or a flat 13th, and various combinations of those. So again, here's my C minor. Here's the F9 I played before. Or I could play. Now I have a flat 13 and a 9th. Or I could play, slide them both down a half step. Now I have a flat 13th and a flat 9. Or I could keep that note on top and move my 9th, move this down to the flat 9. Those are all different possibilities. So, very common, I'm going to slide these two down a half step, flat 13, flat 9, and then I'm going to slide them down to that B flat so I get that sound. And I continue on to my E flat major chord like before. here's my A9 with a flat 5, and I could use a sharp 9 and a flat 13, and now I have these nice fourths on top. This is called a quartal structure. It's a nice, has a nice resonating quality, and it resolves to that G minor. So that's a basic introduction to two-handed voicings for comping in a situation where somebody else is playing the melody or soloing and there's a bass player playing. Remember, the goal of comping is to lay harmonic and rhythmic foundation to kind of tie everything together. It's basically to give support to the sound of the group as well as the soloist. And keep in mind that the top note of your structures, the top note of your voicing, is forming a kind of counter melody to everything that's going on. So thank you very much for watching, and have a nice day.